Back at Hamilton High School to watch the Holland Christian Maroons face off against our Hamilton Hawkeyes boys basketball game. And here to sit down with us we have Mr. Mark Banky.
Yes. Today, me, Tyler Emick, and my co-host Justin Overheisen will be calling tonight's action.
Guys, is it getting any better than this? Hamilton Holland Christian, the game, the rivalry that at times seems to be more one-sided in terms of viewpoint, and now here we are, and I know the Hamilton team has looked forward to this game for quite a while, so we'll see if they can avenge a tough loss at the Civic Center last month.
And what an atmosphere we get to watch this game taking place in, with the crowd's going to be insane like always. So.
Well, I think that high school sports in general, with boys and girls girls basketball moving the same season, so boys and girls play at the same time. Community members, unless their parents, really struggle with, knowing who's where. But this is a big game. Holland Christian comes in, I believe they're second place in the OK Green. Hamilton is 5-6 in the league, but trying to get back that 500 mark, which after a pretty woeful December, I thought they played pretty good basketball this month. They've had some close losses. They ran into Zeeland East, which was a buzzsaw. But overall, I think Hamilton is definitely starting to peak as we get near March Madness, and how can you not be excited about it?
Oh yeah, it's great to be watching some Hamilton basketball right now. They're playing good ball, and they're actually making strides in the right direction. But tonight they're going to have some good competition with Holland Christian, who definitely played a great game versus Hamilton last time at the Civic Center. And
it was a close one. It was just a 6-point game, and that can go either way. So let's see how tonight plays out.
I think Coach Sigma too. He knows that for Hamilton to do well, the two things: they're going to have to rebound the ball well, and they're going to have to get solid guard play, not only from junior point guard Nick Kronemeyer, but also from sophomore Elijah Walker when he comes in. And let's be honest, this is as many people as we've seen in the Hamilton gym this year, so handling the pressure when you're not used to playing, it's a big deal as well.
And tonight is senior night for the Hawkeyes, so those seniors are going to want to come out and play the best they can and show what they got.
Hawkeye football coach Chris Myers is famous for saying somewhere this is some seniors' last game. It's not their last game, but it's their last home game, and it's a game they'll remember forever. All of us that played do. So as we near the national anthem here, let's be honest. Let's get after it, and let's get a win for the Hawkeyes tonight.
The dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled
A 5'10 senior, number 24, Ben Hill. A 6'3 sophomore, number 34, Kyle Steginga. And a 6'4 senior, number 52, Graham Gagino. The Maroons are coached by Mr. Kevin Kuhlman. And now the starting lineup for the Hawkeyes. At one guard, a 6'1 senior, number 12, Brandon George. At the other guard, a 6'1 senior, number 20, Daniel George. At forward for Hamilton, a 6'3 senior, number 22, Chris Skolton. At the other forward, a 6-foot junior, number 34, Ethan Burish. And at center for Hamilton, a 6'5 junior, number 50, Connor McMahon. The Hawkeyes are coached by Steve Sigma, assisted by Ben Randall. Your officials for tonight's game are Dave Baldus, Ty Miller, and Jim Gorehouse.
All right, here we are, getting ready for tip-off as Hamilton faces off against rival Holland Christian.
Wow, what a scene there with the some of the members of the Hawkeye student section doing the little team circle. You know, obviously a symbol that, you know, the crowd's going to be ready to rock and roll, and if the Hawkeyes get off to a good start, this might become a very tough place to play for Holland Christian.
That it will, and we'll look for to see how the crowd is able to influence this game as tip-off is about to commence.
I see the Hawkeye mascot near midcourt, along with a Teletubby.
As Hamilton wins the tip-off, gets a quick layup for Chris Goal, and it will be a charge. First turnover for the Hawkeyes, and Holland Christian will have possession.
Not sure about that one. I think in the college game, they have that little half-dotted line under the basket, and I'm not sure that
They sure do.
Maybe he was a little bit too far underneath, but, you know, you got to give credit to the Holland Christian defender who stood in, took the charge. But you love to see Skolton's aggressiveness.
And it's a tough call to make, but you got to give the guy credit for taking the charge. Following the Hawkeyes as the Maroons will head to the free throw line for two.
Foul is called on number 12, Brandon George, his first, team's second.
I think this is going to be an out of bounds. They called that a 4 foul.
Yep.
The ball inside, and defense, good hustle by Holland Christian to track down the board. Let's see what the Hawkeyes have in store on defense. A three ball by number 10, John Moss.
You know, I mean, that's the second chance points. You know, we missed the rebound, and they, you know, get the possession and hit a three. So I think that, you know, like we talked in the pregame, rebounding will be key tonight.
Absolutely. I would predict whoever out-rebounds another is most likely going to win this game.
Yeah, that's what happened last time against the Civic Center, and Coach Sigma talked to us, and he told us that rebounding was a big issue in the last game, and he's hoping that they can be able to win the rebounding matchup this week.
You know, sometimes when you're inexperienced playing in front of a crowd like this, you get a little amped up. In the first 3 or 4 minutes, you're working off of all adrenaline, and then you calm your nerves down. So, you know, if Hamilton can weather this first 3 or 4 minutes and not dig themselves a hole, I think they'll be all right as Holland Christian moves the ball around the perimeter.
Great job by the Hawkeyes as Holland Christian gets the ball inside. The number 34 Kyle Stinzinga with the bucket inside to push the lead to 5. Hawkeyes look inside for the ball.
Hamilton with a little bit different starting lineup tonight, starting all 3 seniors, Chris Skolton, Daniel George, and Brandon George.
Along with junior Ethan Burish and junior Connor McMahon at center. And I think Ethan and Connor are just going to be 2 major people for this game because you got to control inside. And
you know, Holland Christian has Steginga playing on Chris Skolton. Obviously, Skolton, one of Hamilton's better shooters. You know, and I don't think they want to give him any breathing room on the perimeter tonight because he gets it going tonight, and that'll be a difficult matchup for them as you see Steginga closing out.
Off Skolton's foot, it goes to Ethan Burish. Good ball movement for the Hawkeyes, just being patient and waiting for your opportunity. And Skolton fires one up and just misses as the Maroons will have possession.
Holland Christian sets up their half-court offense.
Good defensive rebound by Connor McMahon, but a foul called on Holland Christian.
You know, I think Coach Sickman would be very pleased to see Holland Christian come down, throw one pass to the wing and a shot, as long as that's a contested shot.
Absolutely, and that's good for their defense. It doesn't, what do I want to say, tire them out, and just a mistake, I'd say, on Holland Christian's part. Good pass by Connor McMahon with the assist to George.
It's a good look from Connor as he gets the ball at the high post. You know, he's in attack mode, but he's also aware enough of what's going on as, you know, Holland Christian comes down and looking for the quick three-point shot.
And that's something they've done all year, is they've tried to hit the three, and they, to some extent, live and die by it.
Good
and I mean, that's
a jump shot.
Yep, that's already their third attempt, and if they're going to keep launching these long balls, if they don't fall in, they could be in for a long night.
Well, I think that's a danger of being a three-point shooting team. Is, you know, you can shoot your way into it, but you can shoot your way out of it too. So,
big shot there by Chris Skolton.
The three-point assassin.
And a man was in his face, and he still knocks down the three. And so you just got to hand it to him. That was a great shot by Chris Skolton.
If you're Holland Christian and you're going to come down and just jack, you know, a quick shot off of one or two passes, you're not forcing Hamilton to work as they get a three-point look there and another rebound by Ethan Burrish. So Hamilton doesn't have to expend the energy on the defensive end. That only makes their offense better.
Yep. And I mean, currently Holland Christian's been trying to get the ball into Stinginga, who had accrued high 25 points last outing, and that tore up Hamilton. And right now they're doing a pretty good job containing him and not letting him do work inside. Connor McMahon, no good.
But a great offensive rebound by George, and every possession matters, and so offensive boards kill the other team. Because
we came out in Hamilton had a couple turnovers, a couple offensive rebounds. There's a lob pass to McMahon and a block from behind. He gets back up. So Hamilton's weathered the storm, and now it's bring this crowd into it and get this place rocking and rolling.
And that's just a great second effort by Connor McMahon to stay with it and follow through. Great defense by the Hawkeyes, collapsing the lane, but even a better job by Holland Christian to kick it out and hit the three. An early 8-7 lead for Holland Christian with roughly 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in this first quarter.
Look at the body there. You know, that's one difference in high school basketball in 2012 and high school basketball in 2002 is how much body and you know, forearms and hand contact they give you on the point. And he's altering the path of the dribbler, which you alter it with your feet. If you're altering it with an arm bar, that's foul. And I think that's a change in high school basketball, especially on the guys' side.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the game's progressed a lot into more of these petty fouls, as I'll call them.
A 3-second violation there on the Hawkeyes as the Maroons will take over.
You know, Holland Christian's up 8-7 with 3:05 left to go, and you know Hamilton has done a really nice job playing a little bit of an awkward lineup for them. We see number 10 Nick Kronemeyer has now entered the game.
And Kronemeyer's their go-to guy. He's their point guard, and he looks to be the facilitator at times, but he also looks to be their scorer. So we'll see how that goes off as Holland Christian knocks down yet another three.
You know, that's a good shot by John Moss. I mean, that was a contested jump shot, hand right in your face, and you know, Holland Christian, if they're going to make shots like that, I think they're going to be tough to beat tonight. But that's one shot, and I thought that was pretty good defense on the perimeter. As Skolton comes back on the other end and has a contested jump shot and it doesn't fall, so it's that momentum switch here.
Good defense by the Hawkeyes. Another three for Holland Christian. As it will be Hamilton's ball now.
Coming into the game for Hamilton, number 32, Trenton Haberdink, number 40, Brady Zomer, and number 44, Matt Colleen.
You got to look out for Trenton Haberdink here. I mean, he can really stroke the three when he gets going. So.
There's Holland Christian doubling the first pass on the wing, and you know the ball is deflected out of bounds. You know that's handling that pressure. You know if there are two players on that wing, you know, a quick ball reversal will get you a good look on the other side. It's just whether or not you have that angle to make yourself available to the person with the ball that's being trapped.
Someone's going to be wide open after someone gets doubled, so the problem is just finding them. So Kronemeyer with the ball up top. Hawkeyes are looking patient. And a miss shot by George as he misses the layup, but a good job by Holland Christian to contest the layup.
Good hands there by Brady Zomer, a hustle play. Here comes Kronemeyer on the break, pitches it off to George.
Although he missed the shot, it was a great job, and that's exactly what Mr. Sigma must be looking for, having Brady Zomer coming off the bench and giving him some good minutes.
Hamilton switching a little bit here on the perimeter.
Looks like they're trying to get the ball inside, and that they do. As number 42, Justin Dykeif scores inside.
You know, and Hamilton was just a little bit late rotating over off of the double team on the baseline, but, you know, those are things they've been working on, they've been improving on, so I think that, you know, just got to be aware where the ball's at as Kronemeyer drives here, forces a nice little short jumper and misses it. And Holland Christian's number 40, John Hopp, gets the rebound, and down the court we go for Holland Christian.
And eventually those shots will eventually fall for Hamilton. So as Holland Christian gets the second opportunity and puts the ball back in the hoop. Holland Christian is now up 14-7 with 15 seconds left in this first quarter. So let's see if Hamilton can get a last shot off here.
Here's Haverdink spinning into the lane. You know, there's Colleen with the offensive rebound. You know, and it's out of bounds to Holland Christian. You know, Hamilton just has to keep plugging away, keep shooting those 10, 12 footers, those layups, they'll fall. You're going to stay in this game right now, although you're doubled up on the defensive end. No free looks. As we see Eden Bessick, Hamilton scriptwriter in the crowd, no free looks. And, you know, here we go, 1 second, and Holland Christian does not get a shot off. So that's the end of the first quarter with the score, Holland Christian 14, Hamilton 7. You know, you sort of get the sense that this crowd's ready to explode. They're ready to get it going here, and they're just waiting. And, you know, Hamilton, I'm sure that Coach Sigma's a little frustrated. I'm sure the players are frustrated, but just, you know, keep your cool, and we'll be okay.
Yep, Hamilton started off nice with hitting a couple jump shots for Chris Skolin, and then cooled off as Holland Christian made a little run. Well, you're in at the beginning of the second quarter. Hamilton has to be looking to chip away at this lead and get back into this game.
Well, I mean, you know, we have 3 quarters left to play, Tyler. So, I mean, you know, although it's maybe not the start that Coach Sigma had wanted, you know, I see him down the timeout. He's working here. So, you know, Hamilton just has to do what they do.
Yeah, they do. I mean, they're trying to get the ball inside, and when they have, they've been successful, and they just need to keep doing that. They've had plenty of opportunities at the rim, and they've just rimmed out, and
they just need to finish it.
Yeah, they just need to finish.
As the second quarters begin, Holland Christian has the ball in the half-court set.
Now, Hamilton looks to be playing a little bit of a 2-3 matchup zone here. I mean, it's a 2-3 zone, and they're trading off areas, which can be really good because I don't think Holland Christian wants to play a slow-down game, but the zone, that will get you out, as a coach, that'll get you out of the zone if they're hitting the three-pointers off the wing.
And that's what they just did right there, so.
Elijah Walker, Hamilton sophomore, up on the varsity for his first full season is up as Trenton Haverdink hits Matt Colleen for a nice left-handed layup.
And that's exactly what Mr. Sigma was talking about. Their bigs need to own the paint. They need to control the tempo, and they need to get some easy buckets. And that's exactly what Matt Colleen just did there.
Looks like Hamilton switched back to man. Another three. No good.
It's Brady Zomer with the defensive rebound. Nick Kronemeyer pushes the ball up the floor. Looks to get into the lane. Another inside shot by Matt Colleen, but a great job by Brady Zomer to get the second opportunity in.
Brady Zomer's having a great game off the bench right now. He's been contributing in all aspects, getting good defensive and offensive rebounds, getting some points, some turnovers. Three by Holland Christian. Another air ball.
Here's Kronemeyer pushing. Hamilton scored the last 4 points here. A little ball reversal to Haverdink, who drives down the right side of the lane and gets the roll.
Haverdink has come off the bench and gave Coach Sickma some great minutes, and it's really got Hamilton going.
And the ball is out of bounds to Hamilton on the violation, I believe. So, at 17-13, 5:47 to go second quarter, and we're sitting here looking at it going, it seems like Hamilton, based on the way they played, should be down more than 4 points, yet here we can bring it within one possession.
You got to be happy if you're Mr. Sickma to be down going into the second quarter and then to fight back like this. Inside pass to Zomer, and he is fouled. He'll be going to the line for two. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Hamilton seems to be utilizing junior Matt Colleen in the high post. They're running sort of a high-low action here where they enter it into Colleen at the free throw line, and he'll turn, pivot, and hit an entry pass to Brady Zomer on the block. So here's Brady at the line. And let's be honest, when you're chasing points, every free throw matters, and it's exactly what you want to do is get a high percentage at the line here the last 2.5 quarters and see how this plays out.
As Brady Zomer just misses his second free throw.
Good effort there by Hamilton, although it's unfortunate enough to go off of Brady Zomer's leg, and Holland Christian will now set up their half-court offense.
And Hamilton does not appear to want to press the issue and run the full court man-to-man press, and I don't blame him, to be honest with you, because Holland Christian has done just this. They've shot the three, and they've done nothing more, so make them continue to shoot that torrid pace from the arc, and if they don't, we're going to be right in it.
And right now, all of Holland Christian's threes are falling for him, it seems. Look for Zomer, no good. But if Holland Christian continues to hit these threes, it's going to be a long game for Hamilton.
Defensive rebound by Haverdink. Walker pushing the ball up the floor. Matt Colleen in the post. But a block, and they call a foul.
Okay, guys, you're off to a good start. It's 20-14, Holland Christian, 4:42 left. Walker at the line, and I will see you guys later.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Banky, as we will be seeing you later on at the halftime show to talk inside with Hamilton athletes.
And the free throw is good by Elijah Walker. Coming to the game for the Hawkeyes, number 22, Chris Skolton, and number 50, Connor McMahon.
I really like this move of putting Chris Skolton back in. I mean, he can really light it up when he's on, so he's a hot shooter.
Yeah, he is, and I mean, it's also smart not to take Brady Zomer out right now because Brady's been having a great game so far, doing everything he can for his team right now.
As the second free throw goes in, Holland Christian pushing the ball up the floor. Another three by Holland Christian. This one is not quite in, so.
I mean, Holland Christian runs a quick offense, it seems.
Absolutely.
They do 1-2 passes and it's out. It's shot, and I mean, Hamilton does a great job on the boards right now and are winning in that aspect.
See what the Hawkeyes can get on this possession. Going inside to George. As he just misses.
And it looks like both both crowds are getting into it.
Now joining us at the table is Hawkeye alumni himself, Jason Hendrickson. Jason, how are you? Not bad, not bad. So what have you noticed about this game?
I haven't really been watching much, but what I've been seeing, attack Christian taking quite a few shots and just the
42
As the jumper is good for Holland Christian. So we've known that you've been into this Hamilton-Holland Christian rivalry. Can you tell me like what it's like and the atmosphere it brings?
The atmosphere is different than any other conference game that Hamilton plays. There's a lot of hatred between the two schools, and being in baseball and football, we didn't like Holland Christian at all.
Absolutely, this rivalry is just like Duke, North Carolina, I mean Michigan, Ohio State. It's the best.
Yeah,
It doesn't get much better than it.
No, this is one of the best rivalries around.
And here we are coming out of the timeout. Inbound to Elijah Walker, and he'll bring up starting the half-court offense.
If you're Mr. Sickman here, Jason, what are you looking for? Coming off that timeout.
Do exactly what they did. Get Chris Skolton the ball. He was on fire when they played Holland Christian last time. I think he had 25 points, and he's been doing pretty well lately. So just keep getting Chris the ball and drive in the middle.
Absolutely. When he gets it going, he can really light it up.
Yeah, when he gets it going, he's good. But there's also been a few games where he's taken quite a few shots and missed quite a few and had a rough night from the field.
But that's what happens with shooters. I mean, sometimes they're streaky shooters. So you're gonna have your ups and you're gonna have your downs. As Hamilton pulls away with the ball.
Foul on Holland Christian on the ground, so Hamilton will inbound the ball.
Both these student sections from Holland Christian and Hamilton are really getting into it right now. They're just going back and forth.
I mean, it's a game that both teams want to win, and both student sections want to win.
Absolutely, it's very exciting, and you know, because of this great rivalry, you're going to get the best of both teams.
Yep, and I mean, bragging rights are on the line, and Holland Christian pushes the ball.
Good block, though, there by Chris Skolton after the foul.
Foul is on number 12, Brandon George, his second, team's third.
And that will be Brady Zomer's second foul. Hamilton's third.
And the free throw is good.
Into the game for Hamilton, number 34, Ethan Burrish.
Coming to the game for Hamilton, number 34, Ethan Burrish.
Kyle Stiesengo misses his second free throw as Chris Skolton gets the defensive rebound. Chris Skolton with the shot, and it goes in. Great shot there by Chris Skolton to pull up for the jumper. Holland Christian is now up 23-18 with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the second quarter.
Holland Christian continually looking for their three.
So Jason, we know that you're at Davenport. Can you tell us how baseball's going for you?
Well, it started off pretty rough. I mean, a couple weeks ago, had a little ankle injury. Haven't been able to practice much since then.
Oh no.
I probably should be in Kentucky with the team right now, but since that setback, I haven't been able to practice.
Well, we're glad to have you here, Jason.
Oh, thanks. But yeah, the team is in Kentucky. I think they got a big win today. Started out 1-0 on the season. Next week we leave for Florida, and we have a 10-game road trip down there, so that'll be pretty exciting.
When do you expect to be joining the team?
I started back up practice this week. This week Wednesday, got a little bit of hitting, got a little bit of throwing in. I still have to work on my stamina to
Yep, got to get that back up there.
catch those games. So I'm hoping by the end of the road trip I'll be able to catch most of the games, at least DH here and there.
Yeah, because we know the power hitter you are and the legend you were at Hamilton.
Why, thank you.
Gronemeyer with a nice jump shot right there, pulling Hamilton to within 3. And you can tell that Hamilton has the momentum right now.
Absolutely. Great defense by Hamilton as Holland Christian tracks down the loose ball. A 3 by number 12, Curtis Link, the junior, as he knocks down the tray.
Holland Christian is just hitting their shot tonight. Gronemeyer again. And
What
it's
a
good.
shot.
He's just,
That is a great shot.
yeah, he's just owning up and taking the team on his shoulders right now.
Another 3 by Holland Christian as number 40, John Hopp, just misses it. But Hamilton will have possession here.
From watching the last game against Holland Christian, it seems like all they do is sit around the three-point line and try to get the ball to number 10,
Well, it seems
John
that-
Moss, and just keep taking threes.
Seems to be working as they have a 26-22 lead out over Hamilton right now. But eventually you think they got to go on a cold streak, and there's going to be times where they're not going to be able to hit down these shots. And that's when Hamilton has to make the best of their opportunity and get back into this game.
I mean, right now Nick Gronemeyer's putting the Hawkeyes on his back right now with the way he's playing.
He's putting on a show for us here.
Yeah, I mean, and he's not just scoring either. He's given good passes to his open teammates who are getting good looks, just like right there with Connor McMahon. He didn't make the layup, but I mean, he got to the free throw line for hopefully 2.
Like I said earlier, he can be the facilitator, or he can carry the team on his back and score the ball whenever he needs. First free throw good by Connor McMahon. Connor McMahon's second free throw. Oh, just rims out.
That's been a struggle for the Hawkeyes all year, is their free throw shooting.
Great hustle as Ethan Burrish gets on that loose ball and will force a jump ball.
There's some deliberation between the refs here.
Ooh. Holland Christian will have possession.
Holland Christian will have the ball. Coach Sikma doesn't look too pleased, but it is what it is.
And it's going to go both ways throughout the game. You're not going to have calls that you like, but you got to deal with it and make the best out of the situation and keep giving it your all.
Yep, I mean, Hamilton's only down 3 here. Could be down by a lot more. And
oh, great
block right
Connor
there.
Man, great block. They really got the crowd going.
Moss for 3. No good.
No good.
Good rebound by Skolton there. 20 seconds left. Hamilton will look to have the last possession.
You'd like to see Chris Colton wait there and have the time run out more for to secure the last possession, but he does a good job getting the lane and getting the foul, and he'll be heading to the free throw line.
Yeah, I mean, he had a good look, which is more important than all. I mean, you would rather give them maybe a little opportunity than make sure that then you have none.
And he's a great free throw shooter, so.
Yeah.
First free throw is good. All right, well, thank you very much, Jason Hendrickson, for joining us today.
Hey, not a problem. Anytime, guys.
Yep. I hope your ankle gets better, and we'll see you soon.
Second free throw is no good.
10 seconds left in this game, in this quarter. As Holland Christian pushes the ball up the floor. And a foul on Hamilton.
But Hamilton's not in the bonus, so.
That's actually a pretty smart move there by Hamilton.
Yep, I mean, they're only giving Holland Christian 4 seconds to score. They just got to make sure that they don't allow something underneath.
You know, 2 fouls left to give. That's just very smart, and a great steal right there by Ethan Burrish as he lets the clock run out. And that is halftime for us here, as Holland Christian is up 26-24 over the Hawkeyes. So we'll see you soon. And here comes Mark Banky with some Inside Edition with the Hamilton athletes.
And Connor Lepping. Justin Dygraff had 4, and John Moss had 7. For Hamilton, 2 points apiece for Elijah Walker, Daniel George, Trenton Haverdink, and Matt Colleen. 3 points for Connor McMahon, 3 points for Brady Zomer. Nick Kronemeyer had 4, and Chris Skolton had 6. Also a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, as the Hawkeye gets a ride on the Harley, don't forget you can buy a raffle ticket for this 2012 Harley-Davidson Dyna Superglide custom bike. Buy that tonight in the cafeteria, $10. All proceeds go to support the 2012 Senior All-Night Party. The winning ticket will be drawn on March 17th at the senior auction. You need not be present to win. Nikki Denise, if you would like your phone back, it's at the scorer's table. Come on down for the halftime hoop shoot. Just like the Harley, all proceeds go to the Senior All-Night Party.
And welcome to halftime here as we have our halftime segment talking about Hamilton athletics. We expect to be joined momentarily by Hamilton freshman basketball coach Jared Randall. My name is Mark Banky, and we are at halftime here with the score Holland Christian 26, Hamilton 24. Hamilton closing a huge gap as we go from 17-7 and finish up on a 17-9 run to close it up. I think that Coach Sigma has to be pleased at halftime about the effort of his team to come back and stay in this game as you know, sometimes things start to go against you and you start to press when you're not shooting a high percentage, and that didn't happen in the first half. So, we're sort of setting up for a great stretch run here. I think second half of the game, we're going to be looking at a rebounding edge. We're going to be looking at avoiding the turnovers, and then let's be honest, Hamilton's going to have to defend very well on the three-point line if they're going to win this one. Holland Christian in the first half has 5 3-pointers. Hamilton has 1, and you look at a 2-point difference. So there's the difference. This week in Hamilton athletics on Wednesday night, the varsity wrestling team traveled to Allegan for the MHSAA team regionals. In the semifinal, they were pitted against DeWitt. DeWitt was up 33-15 with 5 matches to go, and Hamilton had to win all of them, and most of them by pin to win it. And it comes down to sophomore Connor Dams, who pins his opponent in the last match to give Hamilton a 36-33 victory, which then put Hamilton in the finals against the Allegan Tigers. Allegan, a traditional state qualifier in the Class B or Division II. In the Class B or Division II tournament. So Hamilton lost in the regional finals 56-10, but a good year, and they have five wrestlers in the individual regionals tomorrow. And now I'm going to welcome freshman basketball coach Jared Randall to the table. So Mr. Randall, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. Doing pretty good.
What's your let's talk first half. Hamilton's down 17-7, not shooting well, and yet they muster the comeback and only trail by 2 at the halftime. Give me the sense from down on the bench what we're looking at.
Holland Christian had a couple shots early, and they got that little bit of a lead, but we fought back and continued to get good shots on the offensive end. And I think early for us, we were getting good looks, so they just weren't falling. So they started falling a little more in the second quarter, and we got to the free throw line and were aggressive towards the rim. I think that helped us out.
Well, you look at here at 26-24. It was tough shooting in the first quarter for Hamilton, yet we start to get some really nice penetration and then dishing off for layups, which sometimes when you're not shooting it well, you get closer back in and keep working it in. Matt Colleen, Connor McMahon having a big second quarter.
Yeah, when you're not shooting well, they say attack the rim and get to the free throw line, and that's what we did, and that's how we clawed back in it.
Let's quickly talk about the freshman basketball team here. A big win over the rival Holland Christian last night. Talk to us about that game and maybe a quick overview of your season.
We had a slow start to the season, but one of my coaching philosophies is to keep things simple. and I think things are really starting to sink in for the boys and starting to become more clear as to not only, okay, coaches tell me to do this, but now I'm seeing why I should do this. And I really feel like last Thursday against Rogers, we turned a corner. And we've got a little 3-game win streak going, and I wouldn't be surprised if we close it out with 4-0.
Sure, and it's been an interesting. It's always an interesting year for you. You're a freshman football coach. Did some JV responsibilities, and then you turn right back around and go through the mega season of high school basketball. So, as things wind down, what does the spring hold for Jared Randall?
It's usually about 2 weeks to take a deep breath, and then we dive right into a little middle school shot put, which it's a little less intense than, of course, the fall with football and the winter with basketball, but it's just as rewarding as the fall and winter seasons.
All right, as we get close to the end of the halftime break, as we expect to talk to Hawkeye coach Steve Sikma, talk to me about Fifth Third Riverbank run. Where are we at with the training? Are you going 25K? Are you going 5K? What are you going for?
I'll be going with a 25K. This will be my next step up. I ran a half marathon back in the fall. It went pretty well. I'd say as far as training goes, that is still in the beginning stages. I get a couple, 3 to 5 mile runs in here when I can. But like you said, with the winter, it's a long season, and I'm in the gym a lot. Of course, with weather, it's been a nice winter, but with weather, it's hard to get outside. So when basketball's done, I'll start kicking that training into gear. Quickly, an avid Michigan State fan. Michigan State, yes,
tops the Big Ten standings with Ohio, as I will call them. So tomorrow night, Ohio invades the Chrysler Center for Michigan versus the Ohio University. So let's hear it. What do you think tomorrow night?
Well, first of all, if I can put my love of Michigan State aside, I think it's going to be a great basketball game. It's two great teams going at it. And, either way, really, Michigan State benefits from that. If Michigan loses, the hater side of me is happy. If Michigan wins, then I think it's good for State in their Big Ten championship race.
All right, well, we appreciate you stopping by.
All right, well, thank you.
Back onto the bench, and let's get a win over these guys.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
All right.
What?
here we are back at Hamilton High School, where we are about to start off the third quarter against Holland Christian at Hamilton. And Hamilton is trailing by 2 as Holland Christian is up 26-24.
Yeah, I mean, even though they're down by 2, they've made some great strides. I mean, they're on a 17-9 run right now, and they're hoping to continue that run.
Ball on the alternating possession.
And Hamilton will inbound the ball. Nick Kronemeyer will set up the half-court offense. And right now, Hamilton's been pretty effective with their half-court offense.
And to begin the third quarter, we have Nick Kronemeyer starting in place of Daniel George.
Yeah, I mean, Nick Kronemeyer is the usual starter. And, I mean, Daniel George started tonight. Ooh, good. Hands by Kronemeyer.
3 ball by Kronemeyer is good.
3-point basket, Nick
And
Kronemeyer.
boom goes the dynamite.
Spin move by number 52, Graham Gugino. And Holland Christian retakes the lead, 28-27.
Kronemeyer drives in, and off his leg will be Holland Christian's ball.
Hamilton will be looking for a good defensive stop here, probably try to make Holland Christian take a contested deep look.
Contested jump shot results.
And out of bounds, Hamilton ball.
And that's a great job, great defensively by Hamilton there.
Yep, Stegen had nowhere to go, and so he just chucked up a shot, and on the rebound it went off.
You collapse the lane, stop him from driving, and make him put up a tough shot.
Yeah, I mean, they've pretty much stopped Stegen today. I mean, he had 25 points last outing. Great bucket right there by Chris Skolin.
And that's exactly what Chris Skolin brings to this team.
Oh, I mean, he's a scorer.
Absolutely. He's a jump shooter, and as you can see, he can really shoot the ball well.
Oh, yeah.
Great job. And he's a defender, obviously. Great job by Chris Skolin.
He's not just Carmelo Anthony.
Turnover by Nick Kronemeyer as Holland Christian puts it up and will be fouled and will go to the line for 2.
I mean, I think Holland Christian came into this game pretty confident. I mean, it looked like they were just ready to go and that they felt that they could take care of business with ease, it seemed. And now I think they're realizing that, wow, Hamilton's going to be a lot tougher than they actually are.
Yep, number 24, Ben Hill, misses his first free throw.
I mean, last game, Ben Hill closed out the Hawkeyes with his free throw shooting.
Yep.
And so, I mean, here he hits the second one. But every point counts. I mean, right now it's tied 29-29. And Hamilton with a chance to take the lead.
Let's see what Nick Kronemeyer can do on this possession. Connor McMahon inside.
Good move, gets the foul.
And that's just great offense by the Hawkeyes. Get the ball inside where you have the height advantage, and he obviously used it. And Holland Christian had no choice but to follow him or to give up the easy bucket. So
yeah, and I mean, I think that's one big improvement from their last game versus Holland Christian is they're now owning the paint.
And I think Connor McMahon has made that transition into JV basketball to varsity basketball. He has made substantial difference in his game, and it's really paying off this year.
Yeah, he's taking it to the next level, and he's going to be a pinnacle player for Hamilton the rest of this year and next.
Absolutely.
As he drains his second free throw.
Great free throws by Connor McMahon.
Looks like Holland Christian is trying to push the ball now so that they can get.
And this is the first lead for the Hawkeyes as they are up 31-29 over Holland Christian. So far, though, we have seen a great game here. Very competitive.
I mean, for a rivalry matchup, this has been no exception. I mean, it
does not disappoint.
Yes, it hasn't disappointed as Stigenga hits the 3.
And Holland Christian gains the lead as they are up 32-31 now with that 3-point basket by Stigenga. Nick Kronemeyer drives, kicks out to Burish. Skolin up top with the ball. Shoots the fadeaway jumper and drains it.
Skolton's on fire right now.
Gives the lead right back to the Hawkeyes.
This game is going back and forth, back and forth.
Bunch of lead changes now. It's number 24. Ben Hill misses the 3.
But Holland Christian gets that offensive rebound. I mean, Hamilton's done a relatively good job about defensive rebounding. Besides that exception right there, another 3 attempts.
And sometimes those boards just bounce Holland Christian's way, and that's what's the last 2 possessions have happened.
I mean, right there, 2 offensive rebounds leads to the foul by Connor McMahon on John Moss, and so, I mean, if they would have just grabbed one of those 2 rebounds, they would have had an offensive possession and a chance to continue the game.
Moss at the line, shooting 2.
Mox knocked down his first free throw of the game.
Checking in for Hamilton, number 40, Brady Zomer.
Brady Zomer's now coming to the game, and I mean, it looks like he's coming in to provide the energy that he always provides. He gives great effort on defense. He's got a good shot, and so he's got what he needs to come off the bench and make an impact.
And that's what he did in the first half. He came off the bench, played great defense, and made some shots on the offensive end to boost the Hawkeyes and help them out.
Yep.
And that's what Mr. Sigma has to be looking for here.
Yep.
Great inside pass by Ethan Burge to get the assist as Connor McMahon puts in the easy layup. And that's what we're talking about, getting the inside presence. Hamilton with the 35-34 lead over Holland Christian.
Good block there by McMahon.
We've seen a number of those for McMahon.
Yeah.
Now you hear from the crowd, you got swatted. And
I mean, they're just looking for anything to cheer about right now, and that's just one thing. And I mean, they've been pumped for this game for a long, long time.
And the players thrive off the crowd. So whatever the crowd does, it can certainly help them out in the game.
Brady Zomer with the rebound.
But it will go to Holland Christian.
Yeah.
Is it off Hamilton?
Number 14, Matt Dornbos.
For the game for Holland Christian, number 14, Matt Dornbos. And number 42, Justin Dykegraf.
Back and forth game here. Let's just see if Hawkeyes can make a quick stop and extend this lead that they have.
Yep, I mean, this game has been similar to the last one with all these lead changes.
Definitely. This game's going to come down to the end, I have a feeling.
Yep, I would agree. As Chris Skolton fouls Steigenga, and he will go to the line for 2.
Steigenga
has been doing it all night long. He's had his fair share of good plays and his fair share of not so good plays, but here he is at a trip for 2 free throws as he shoots the first free throw, and he just misses.
Those come back to haunt you. I mean, he could have had the lead if he makes this next one.
Well, he wouldn't have had the lead. He would have had a tied game, but
yeah, if he made the next one.
And makes his next one as the game is tied at 35 with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in this third quarter.
Yep. Hamilton's been doing a great job with good ball reversals as well as good dribble penetration.
Look out for Chris Skolton here. I got a feeling he's going to knock down another jump shot, as he's been doing it all night long.
That he has. Ethan Bursch looking for the ball in the post. He's got it. Good look.
Oh, and it just falls. Great job there in the post by Ethan Bursch.
Yep. Right now, Hamilton is owning the paint.
In talking to Mr. Sigma before the game, that is one thing he really wanted to do and felt they needed to do to win this game.
Yeah, I mean, it looks right now that Holland Christian's pretty frustrated with that offensive foul. I mean, they just don't look too happy about it, and I think that they feel that things aren't going their way right now, and they really aren't necessarily.
But when you're down and you don't like a call, it's kind of, you're going to have a hard time with it. But as Kronemeyer drives and just misses the layup, and number 10, John Mosh taking it up court and dishes it off.
Oh! Good block there by Chris Colton, but a little too much body
Ball is on
contact
number 22, Chris
on
Stolten.
Steigenga.
That's his second, team's fifth.
And that call was not liked by
Steigenga
Hamilton.
at the
So
line.
It was not. I mean, they wanted just a clean block, and I mean, but the problem was that Skolton went through his body in order to get that block. Steigenga misses
And
the
for
first free
Hamilton,
throw.
number 14, Elijah Walker.
got a big crowd here tonight as it's really gets going.
Yeah. Steigenga with his second attempt. It is good. I mean, for all the attempts Holland Christian's had at the line, they aren't doing.
Sophomore Elijah Walker with the ball up top at the half court. Looks inside for Connor McMahon. Dishes off to Ethan Burrish. And Ethan knocks down the little 5-footer in the lane.
Yeah, everyone right now for Hamilton is contributing. It's not like they have one main scorer. They've had everyone who's been contributing on the scoring end. As Steigenga drains
2
the
points,
long
Kyle
jumper.
Steigenga.
In the first half, though, you notice that Holland Christian was shooting threes immediately. So far in the second half, we haven't seen too many
Skolton's
threes
good.
Basket, Chris Stolten.
Another three for Chris Skolton.
to give Hamilton the lead, 42-38 against Holland Christian. Great second half for the Hawkeyes to come out.
Great second half of basketball. Another three, no good.
Now this crowd's really going.
That they are. I mean, a big bucket, and then
Number
a
40,
big
John
miss.
Hop.
I
And
mean,
number 4, Connor
the
Leppert.
crowd is loving it. Holland Christian coach doesn't look terribly excited. And Elijah Walker will bring up the ball, looking to
Well, you
establish.
can't be excited when your team went into halftime with a lead and then has given it up and more as Chris Colton fires the three.
Good
And
rebound.
Connor McMahon with the offensive rebound. This place would have erupted if Chris Colton nailed that three.
Yeah, I know. But right now, Hamilton's just been owning the inside. And I wonder if that's because
Look at it, Ethan Burrish inside and does not get the ball. Brady Zomer turns the ball over as number 24, Ben Hill, gets the steal. But number 40, John Hop with the layup inside. It was a good job by the Maroons to push the ball up the court and get an easy bucket. Chris Skolton just misses, but an offensive rebound by Ethan Burrish. And another offensive rebound by Brady Zomer, and he is fouled.
Yep. Good effort there by the Hawkeyes to get those offensive
Foul is on
rebounds. And I
number
mean,
40,
if
John
Brady
Hop.
wasn't fouled there, he
That's
had
his
the easy
first,
layup.
Team's third.
Timeout by
Timeout. That is a
Coach Steve
30-second
Sigma
timeout.
as they were unable to get the inbounds play within the 5 seconds.
There's 51 seconds left in this third quarter as Hamilton is up 42-40 on Holland Christian. Coming at the end of the third quarter, we will be going down to Will Brashler to have a quick chat.
Yep. I mean, Hamilton, I think their biggest key to their success has been they've been winning the paint. I mean, they've gotten a lot of buckets there from McMahon and Burrish and Zomer as well, having some in there. And it's made a big difference for them, being able to actually win the rebounding battle, win the points in the paint. And
They've owned the paint, but Holland Christian has owned the three.
Yeah.
So it has its ups and downs. So.
Yep. And we'll see which side will prevail in the end.
Chris Colton to inbound the ball, finds Zomer. Look for McMahon inside and is fouled. Oh! And number 4, Connor Lepping, got a little mad there and threw the ball.
Foul is on number 42,
Yep.
Justin Dygraff. That's his third, team's fourth.
Yeah. Holland Christian
In
is
the
looking
game
a
for the
little
Maroons, number
flummoxed
10,
right
John
now.
Moss, and for Hamilton, number 44, Matt Colleen. Also in for Hamilton, number 12, Brandon
Coming
George.
for Hamilton, number 12, Brandon George. Hamilton looking to win these last 48 seconds. Good clean inbound there by Hamilton. Skolton for three, and it's good.
Basket, Chris
Big
Skolton.
shot right there by Chris Skolton.
Chris Skolton has been on fire.
He is carrying this team.
Absolutely a great shot by Skolton to give the Hawkeyes a 5-point lead. You got 25 seconds left in the half. Left in the third quarter. Let's see what the Maroons can do here.
Yep, they'll obviously look for the last shot, so they're going to be pretty passive. Oh, maybe not.
They missed the easy
missed
layup.
The easy layup, and Walker
Elijah
comes out
Walker.
alive.
Walker pushing the ball up court.
10 seconds left. Hamilton going to
They
look
got
to
the
get a
last
good
possession.
shot.
Look for Skolton here for a three.
Should have given it to Skolton. You got
Walker with the two, just misses it.
That's
And that'll be the end of the third quarter, and we will be going down to sideline reporter Will Brashler. Will, what's it like in the student section?
It is absolutely electric down here, guys. Over here in the student section, it's going insane. I mean, with such a close game on hand and with such bitter rivals, I mean, what could you better ask for? It's absolutely amazing down here, and I have to say. Now back up to Justin and Tyler.
Thank you, Will.
Yeah, I would agree.
We can see. I mean, it is just.
It's rocking and rolling.
It's electric down there.
Oh yeah, they're generating a ton of heat for this team, and I mean they're just fueling them to do their best and to be able to come out hopefully with a victory.
Now joining us back at the table is Mr. Mark Banke. So, what do you think of this game?
Wow, what a great atmosphere, and you know, what a back and forth, you know, well played game. So I'm going to sit in with you guys, but hopefully just enjoy the action here. I think that you know, you guys go to school with some of the Hamilton players, just like I have some of them in class, and you know, I think we'd be less than honest if we said they hadn't looked forward to this for a long time. So
all year long, this is what they did in the offseason. They looked forward to it, and this is what they worked for.
You win close games in the fourth quarter with great defense, eliminating offensive rebounds by your opponent, and playing under pressure with poise.
Yes, keeping your composure is the key, because if you just start going and turning the ball over, they can get back in it really quickly.
I would also like to add free throws. Free throws are big.
I mean, you watched Memphis blow it because they couldn't hit one free throw.
It's amazing how that follows John Calipari to Kentucky, too, just as a side note.
Well, I know.
Let's see what the Maroons drew up during the third quarter break. And it'll be a turnover as Hamilton will take possession.
For the remainder of the game, there are selected half-price items at the concession stand.
Looking to try to get the ball inside.
You know, Brandon George dribbles to the left wing, and now they're looking for that high-low with Colleen and Burrish, and there's the entry pass, or, you know, scrum, and Colleen comes out with it.
Ooh, turnover there by Hamilton. Off to the races,
and that's smart by Chris Gold not to foul him, because that could have turned into a three-point play right there.
Yep.
I see Hamilton has junior point guard Nick Kronemeyer at the table ready to check in at the next dead ball.
Yeah, and he's been a great facilitator for Hamilton. He's made sure the ball's been flowing to players that need the ball and where they need to get it. Burrish misses. Chris Skolton over here is the highest overall scorer with 16 points, and he's been on fire and electrifying this place.
And if Holland Christian refuses to get a hand in his face, he'll bring this home, because he's sort of feeling it here in the second half as he brings the ball up the court.
What do you do here, Mr. Banke? Do you go to Chris Golan, or do you go to the success that you've had in the paint?
Well, I think as a coach, you want to execute your offense. You know, I don't think that it's not like the NBA where it's isolation game and all of those things. I think you execute what you do and get the best shot. You know, there's 6:15 left, so you're not in a stall tactic, but you get your best shot, and, you know, Hamilton turns the ball over there.
So you do what the defense pretty much gives you.
And senior Chris Skolton takes another charge as he's come up with a few defensive rebounds and now a charge here in the fourth quarter.
He's just taking the team on his shoulders.
He's been the go-to guy.
Yeah, he's doing everything. He's doing it on defense, getting every loose ball, taking the charge for his team, and making the bucket when it's needed. Right now, that's what Hamilton needs, and he's been doing it for him.
Kronemeyer and McMahon re-enter as Burrish and Colleen come out. So, here's Elijah Walker bringing it up.
And this is a big game for Elijah, being a sophomore, being his first year on varsity. In this kind of game and atmosphere against your rival in the fourth quarter with the game on the line.
When every kid plays basketball in the driveway, this is the type of game in a regular season setting that they dream about being on, the game on the line with the ball in their hands late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. I mean, you want to be in those opportunities, and you want to be the person that makes it. You don't want to be the person that comes up short, and no one ever wants to have that happen to them.
Well, and it's amazing how one win for a team that's middle of the pack can make all the difference. So much of the basketball tournament in March is about momentum.
Absolutely. One win can just catapult a team to the top and can really get them firing on all cylinders.
Look at the Giants. They won the Super Bowl after they won a game against the Jets. Good.
Inside bucket by Kyle Step-and-Go.
Yeah, I looked down. I was waiting to see if Coach Sickman would take a timeout here, and he is. Holland Christian's on a 4-0 run right here. Hamilton's still up 45-44 with 5:25 left. So I think that in the huddle, sometimes as a coach, we all know the Newt Rockney, let's win one for the Gipper, and I don't think that really happens as much as you think. Sometimes you see the Bobby Knight, obviously minus the language, where he's all over the players. Here, Coach Sickma's in there, and he's just reminding them, guys, this is the play we're going to run. This is what we want to do. And there's a lot of positivity coming out of that huddle. And you watch enough basketball coming out of timeouts, you want to get a bucket out of timeouts because you're setting up your deal. It's not a reaction to what takes place on the defensive end.
Yeah. And as well, when you come out of a timeout and you somehow turn the ball over or anything like that, it's a huge momentum killer because you took a timeout to get yourself set, to get yourself on the right note, to get your foot heading in the right direction, and then if you take 2 steps backwards, it can be catastrophic to your team.
And I think whoever executes the best in these last 5 minutes will prevail and win this game.
Well, absolutely. I think it's execution. I think you're looking at rebounding. You can't give up second chance points right now. It's just points are too precious. You can't give them 2 or 3 shots on a trip.
Let's see what the Hawkeyes have played as Nick Kronemeyer dribbles up the floor.
Zomer drives, misses. Rebound by Holland Christian, looking to push the ball. Steigenga for 2. And it's good.
And you got to be okay with that shot. It was a tough shot. It was contested, and Steigenga just made a great shot. So.
Holland Christian has obviously picked up their pressure on Skolton, and I think a year ago that was a good play. But, now he can do some things off the dribble, although he misses a shot there. If you're going to press him 25 feet from the basket, you're going to be in trouble as Connor McMahon attempts a block and gets called for a foul.
Yeah, Chris Skolton and Steigenga are right now carrying their team. They're both their leading scorers, and they're doing everything for their team right now. Steigenga has been having a great game, been getting to the line a lot, and he's been converting his chances for the most part.
And that's not a bad foul, though, on Connor McMahon's fault. You got to make him earn the points instead of just having a easy layup, so we'll see what happens.
Yep. First free throw is good.
Well, and this is a point, too, where you find out, you grow a lot as a team in situations like this. Hamilton down 2 at 4:35 left. You grow and you try to figure out how to grind and get through it.
Second free throw is good. Holland Christian has a 48-45 lead over Hamilton with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game.
Not necessarily looking for a 3. You'll take it if you get it. There's Kronemeyer doing so, but you're looking for the best shot you can get.
I feel as though Hamilton's all of a sudden went with this Holland Christian tempo, and they're starting to fall back into it, where before they were dictating the pace of the game. They were taking the shot when they wanted the shot, but now all of a sudden they're doing what Holland Christian wanted to do and start rifling up shots, and that's what Holland Christian wants to do so that they get a lot of looks and they can make a lot of shots.
Quick shots as well, as I might add.
I think Hamilton wants to get out into the passing lanes. That's a good block right there. That's Hamilton, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
I think that's a good point. Chip away. It's a one-possession game. You don't need the three. Take your time, get the best look you can get, and then get it back on the defensive end.
It's all about just every time you just look, okay, we just need to make a bucket. That's what you need to do every time. If you do that every time, you're going to have a lot of chances to win games.
Pick and roll offense there for the Hawkeyes.
Hamilton settling back into their half-court offense. And Holland Christian switch their defensive assignments as Steigenga is no longer marking Chris Skolton.
3:20 left in this game. There's a lot of time as Kronemeyer takes it with a strong left-handed move. This isn't a panic situation. This is go back, get a great defensive possession.
Just down by one, and Hamilton forces the turnover.
And get an unforced turnover.
Now they have the opportunity to take the lead right here.
Yep.
We have timeout Holland Christian. See if the pep band gets the crowd rocking and rolling here as Hamilton's going to come down with their possession.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a special round of applause for the Hamilton Pep Band for their performance tonight as well as all season. The Hamilton Pep Band is led by Mr. Joe Herrick.
All right, so as Hamilton comes out of the timeout, they're going to bring the ball up in the backcourt. I think, Holland Christian's gone on an 8-2 run here in the fourth. It's okay. You're right where you want to be. One basket, and you have the lead back, and then it's the defensive end again. But right now it's an offensive, get your best shot mentality.
That is, you don't want to force shots, especially when you don't have a shot clock. There's no required time for you to have to get rid of the ball. Kronemeyer takes his shot, and it rims out.
Now we'll see if Holland Christian, what they talked about in the timeout, do they come back and say, hey, we're going to slow this down and make this a limited possession game, or are they just going to run their stuff? That's been where they've wanted to go right there, Steigenga.
Yeah, just a nice shot by him. Let's see if Hamilton looks to get the ball inside where they've had quite a bit of success. Skolin with the two. As Kronemeyer cannot keep it in, it will be Maroon's ball.
I think Chris Skolton is not used to the quickness of number 24, Ben Hill, as Steigenga had been guarding him previously the whole game, and it's thrown him off a little bit. Good defense by Hamilton.
It's still a one-possession game. Holland Christian up 50-47 as Kronemeyer drives and pulls it back out.
And you don't necessarily need a three, but Kronemeyer shoots a three anyway.
That's a shot, too. If it goes down, everybody says, what a great shot. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Hamilton's going to win this by getting on the defensive end and getting a stop here. You start playing 2-for-1, possession games here, but it looks like Holland Christian's more than willing to just toss it around the perimeter. So, next Hamilton foul, Holland Christian will be shooting a 1-on-1.
It's all about ball pressure right now. All about the ball pressure.
At some point, Coach Sickman's going to give him the signal to take a foul here because you got to maximize your time. You got such good three-point shooters for Hamilton that, we're all right.
I mean, it looks like Holland Christian's just intent on running out the clock. They aren't even looking to shoot the ball.
And Hamilton commits the foul, so Holland Christian's number 10, John Mass, will be at the line for a one-on-one. Even if he makes two, it's still a two-possession game. You don't have to come out and quickly just throw the first shot. You can still run your stuff a little bit, but you have to be aware of the time.
And you don't necessarily need a three. It'd be nice, but you just want the best shot that you can get.
As he makes the first free throw, making it a two-possession game. And the second is good.
So Hamilton trails by 5 here. 52-47 as Kronemeyer brings it up on the right side. Over to Burrish, who's going to give it to Zomer.
Here.
Well, if he has it, yes, but you're definitely not going to force it. You just got to get your shot. Good look by Kronemeyer, good steal, and it's thrown out of bounds off of Kronemeyer to Holland Christian. So Hamilton will surely be picking up full court and probably take a foul here.
Yep.
30-second timeout, Holland Christian.
30-second timeout.
Guys, as a representative and the leader of the script writing program, I want to thank both of you for your work both in the Rogers doubleheader and tonight. I think that sometimes we all sit at home and watch games and think that this is easy to do, but truth be told, I think you guys know that behind the scenes there's a lot of research and there's a lot of thinking about how you're going to lead in, how you're going to lead out. And, I want to give a big shout out also to all the students working in the control room, as we would call it. Sometimes they're not in here. They don't get to see this great atmosphere, but they probably get to feel it through the sound and everything they're doing. So I just want to say thank you on behalf of not only myself and the program, but also, the community who will enjoy this on YouTube.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for all the work that you do, too. I hope that you don't go unappreciated because you do so much for this program to make it the best that it is as Hamilton quickly fouls Holland Christian.
Well, that's a good foul for Hamilton, too. I think took 0.4 of a second. So, we'll trade that. It would be great if they missed the front end here to keep it a 5-point game.
Yep.
What Hamilton doesn't want is both free throws made to make it a three possession, because then you're almost locked into a three-pointer.
Yep. And at this point for Holland Christian, it's all about free throws. If they can make them all down the stretch, it's over. And Moss is doing that right now, so.
Yeah, you got to give him credit. He stepped up, and he's hit at least 3 in a row by my count. So, and these are all, in the final minute here.
4. Hamilton's not going to want to foul him again.
No, you got to go and you got to get your shot. But if you can get a 3, that's preferable. But take that.
Foul on the floor.
From a Holland Christian point of view, it's probably a good foul. We're not going to shoot free throws. So, if they're getting to the basket, take the foul.
Yep. George for 3. No good.
And that's a big rebound there for Holland Christian.
And then the pitch ahead to Moss. Oh, they called the intentional foul on Connor McMahon, and the basket's good.
Great effort by Hamilton still. They haven't given up, even though it's now a 9-point game.
No, and I think Coach Sikma and the team goes back and says, okay, I think they go back and say, what are we going to learn from this? And let's move on and let's set our sights on the district tournament where we may see these guys again.
Yeah. It's all probable, and Hamilton will be chomping at the bit to hopefully get that chance again. And that's what they would really want in order to have a shot at redemption.
And you know what they say, third time's a charm.
Third time's a charm, that's right. So Holland Christian takes a 58-47 lead with 19.1 seconds as we start to see some people start to look for the coats. And we see a timeout, Hamilton, full timeout.
Hamilton calls timeout. It is a full timeout.
Also as the last home boys game, I think that on behalf of the athletic department, thanking Mr. Brian Grabinski for the announcing, Mr. Lowen Josburns for the official book, and Mr. Ken DeGood for keeping the clock. Those are to put on a quality athletic event. And I talked to Mr. Haggerty earlier during halftime of the girls' game. It's not just the teams, it's not just the coaches, but there are a lot of support personnel that, it takes to make this thing run and run properly. And I think that You know, you look in the OK Green, in my opinion, having been to every venue, nobody puts on an event like Hamilton. Whether it's a tournament game, whether it's a regular season game, doesn't matter. I mean, you come here and you get, you know, professional treatment across the board, and I think that's a reflection of Jerry Haggerty and his athletic department and the philosophy here.
Yeah, he's really done a great job, and it's been a very great. It's been a great time to be just a Hamilton athlete.
Sure. You know, Hamilton will be looking to take a foul quickly, and it has been very clear Holland Christian's philosophy in the last minute has been get it to number 10.
And I mean, he's delivered, so there's no reason not to.
Sure.
And I mean, Holland Christian has been hot as of late. They won 5 straight before losing to Zeeland East last Tuesday, and then now they're just looking here to come back and pick up a win as Moss misses his first free throw.
Second free throw is no good as Hamilton's Chris Colton is pushing the ball up the floor as he looks for a 3 and just misses, but an offensive rebound by George, who misses the putback.
And that's going to be the end of the game with the final score. Holland Christian 58, Hamilton 47. Justin and Tyler, I'll give you guys the last words. Thanks for another great effort tonight.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Benke.
So as Holland Christian won 58-47, that will conclude our game tonight. But next game for Hamilton will be at Zeeland West, Tuesday, February 21st, 2012.
And tonight's broadcast team producer was Brittany Sagman, graphics were by Nikki Deneef, reporter Will Brashler, cameras Olivia Kalanchi, Simeon Van Heesen, Angela Mori, switcher Alex Madrinsky, audio Liz Walter, and runner Cameron Stoll. This has been another script-writing-led production, student-led production.
Graham Gugino had 2. John Hott,
You can
2.
follow us at
Matt Dornbach, 3.
hhsscriptwriting.org. Be the best.
3.
Thank you tonight.
Justin Dykegraph,
We'll see you
4.
soon. I'm Justin
Ben Hill,
Overheiser.
6.
And I'm Tyler Emick,
Kyle
signing
Steiniga,
off.
16.